Alright, welcome back to the mobile-only hardcore Ironman series. Not sure what I'm going to do, probably a whole lot of questions in this episode, but I figured I need to get some agility levels, so here's the start of agility at level 30. First quest completed this episode is below Ice Mountain. Stuck around for just a little while after completing the quest, trying to get the wieldable hammer, and here's level 30 smithing. And there is the first piece added to the collection log for the ruins. And there is the Imcamdo hammer. Just unfortunately it comes broken, and I don't even have enough whatever those things are called to fix it, so I'll be hanging around for just a little while longer. Alright, I didn't get any more collection logs, but I got enough to fix it, and there is the collection log for the wieldable Imcamdo hammer. Here is Fight Arena completed for our first melee combat experience, and will get us to level 29 attack. And that will bring our combat level, looks like 28 thieving as well, to combat level of 17 now. Here is Trino Village for some more attack experience, which takes us to level 35. Dwarf cannon completed, but it'll be a while before we can get our cannon. This is something I normally forget to do during the waterfall quest, which is kill a fire giant down here for a combat achievement, as well as the achievement diary. Waterfall quest completed for a bunch of strength and attack experience. Vampire Slayer completed for more attack experience. Ernest the Chicken completed. Portion of Interest completed for 1,000 Slayer experience. Goblin General's Recipe for Disaster subquest completed. Just a general reminder in case you don't know, but if you know the general way you're supposed to go to get to the mines as part of the Lost Tribe quest, just click on the minimap and it will take you in the correct direction automatically. There's no need to click around all the potential traps down here. Lost Tribe completed, and most importantly, have a Ring of Life now. The Grand Tree completed for some attack, agility, and magic experience. So that'll take us to level 34 agility and there's some shortcuts. Level 44 attack now and 25 magic for our first available teleport to Varrock. Here is Sleeping Giants completed for 6,000 smithing experience. Have you ever noticed that during the Death to the Doroshan quest, you're required to get 2 full sets of ham robes, but after giving one set to our friend here, he doesn't even wear the boots. Here's level 50 mining. From our first venture into the desert, we completed the feud for a bunch of thieving experience, and that will get us to level 37 now. Here's the end of the tourist trap. We're going to use both of these on agility, because the Varrock rooftop course, which what I'm on, is the worst one of them all to me. So here's the tourist trap completed and level 38 agility now. Just here to claim our cape from the Easy Arty diary, and it's going to be the cape we equip and use for the foreseeable future. Elemental Workshop Part 1 completed for 5,000 crafting and smithing experience. It gets a level 28 crafting and level 37 smithing. Here is the Death Plateau quest completed for 3,000 attack experience and level 45 attack. Here is Client of Karen completed. We get 2 experience lamps. Typically, I'm going to be using these on Slayer to achieve my goals, but this time I'm going to use them on Herblore to get 1,000 total experience, and that will bring us to level 10 now for the Dig Site quest. Merlin's Crystal completed. Temple of the Eye completed for access to the Guardians of the Rift minigame. Lost City completed for access to Zenaris and Cosmic Runes. Quest completed. And here is Imp Catcher completed. Shield of Rav completed. Demon Slayer also completed. Priest in Peril is completed. The Golem completed. The Dig Site completed, and we can now access Fossil Island after one more quest. I really dislike the Varrock rooftop course, but here's 40 agility, and I'm glad I'm done with it. This is one of the terrible parts about mobile, is trying to find the Soul Journey book for the Bury Your Soul mini quest. The RuneLight app or the Jagex client, I assume, just track it for you. It shows you where all the locations are, all the books once you find a couple. However, on mobile, there is no way to do that. They change every hour and a half-ish as well on top of that. So the best way to really do this is probably find a world where there's other people on it and just follow them around, see where they grab books, and just hope you can find the right book from there. The Rag and Bone Man 1 completed. Nature Spirit completed, and that gives us our first defense experience of the account. And we're probably going to keep this pretty low for some time. But that gets us to now level 35 crafting and 31 hit points and 13 defense now. I'm not going to lie, this took me several attempts because I kept getting blown back off course way too much. But I think I'm finally going to make it to the island for the Bon Voyage quest on this attempt. And there we are. And we finally made it. We now have access to Fossil Island. And we're going to start some birdhouse runs. Here is level 55 mining, which we can now get some mithril ore. And decided to get a bunch of volcanic ash. We need a ton of ultra compost. And we have just under 1,000 right now. So we'll top that off. And that should last us for a while. I'm at the part in Fairy Tale Part 1 way, and I need to give him 3 items, and it looks like Potato Cactus, which will be easy. I can just pick it up in the desert. Crushed Gemstone I can easily get with my crafting level. And Snapdragon will take the longest time, which is still super quick, though. I just need to go to the Brimhaven Agility Arena, and I believe it comes clean even, so I can just hand it in once I get it. Giant Dwarf completed for a bunch of experience and various skills. I made it to the Ice Queen trying to get the ice gloves because I realized that Blast Furnace and Giant's Foundry is going to be a real pain without them. I don't think I've ever tried to do this on quite this low of a level, so let's see how this goes. Typically how I do this is I put an Ice Warrior between me and the Queen, and then she can't get to you and do more damage. You just have to deal with the damage of the Ice Warrior. But I couldn't quite get it set up this time, and the Ice Warriors were doing way too much damage to me. So this tile over here is outside of the Ice Queen's range where she retreats when you attack her. So you can get a couple attacks in, and then she'll retreat, and you just do this over and over until she's dead, like seen here, and then the ice gloves are obtained. Here is level 50 smithing. Death to the Dorishun is completed, and this gives us our first range XP up to level 13. Here's level 60 smithing, but more importantly, I can now use the Blast Furnace without having to pay a fee every 10 minutes or every time I hop worlds. Here's level 60 mining from Motherlode Mine, mostly since I've unlocked it. And just to give you a glimpse of how much I've done so far, it so far has been about just over 2,400 ores mined, and we've only gotten 67 nuggets so far. I'm not quite sure if that's lucky or not, but I'll be here for quite a while longer. Just got enough points for the double ammo mold from Giant's Foundry. This will probably be one of the most used items in my bank. Here's level 20 Herblore. Here's level 75 fire making. Again, I'm just doing Wintertod casually. I'll probably stop around level 95 or 96 or so. One of the most exciting things for me personally on any Ironman account is having enough GP to buy myself a cannon. So there it is, obtained. Here's Shades of Morton completed for 2,000 crafting and Herblore experience. I didn't realize until now, but Jaget's changed the Falador hard diary task of wearing the full mining outfit and entering the mining guild to just need the helmet now. So here I am buying the helmet. We're going to go complete that. I got extremely lucky at Fishing Trawler. Here is the hat, which is actually my last piece I needed. Looking at the log, it only took 28 trips, which is pretty under the rate, so I'm pretty happy about that. Here's my first kill count at Temporos and getting 3 combat achievements. The hardest one here being the 10 permits in one a game out of the way. Here's level 70 smithing. I'm probably going to be at Giant's Foundry for a while as well because I might as well get some rewards while also getting some nice and easy GP. Level 30 cooking. On a Wilderness Slayer task, I needed a bank anyway, and I just got 30 Slayer, so figured now's a good time to redeem the Lumbridge Easy Diary for the XP lamp now that he's on Slayer. There is level 30 farming, and I'll now have to plant some willow trees and start getting some branches for several quests. I'm about to hit level 50 agility. Of course, we're going to pull up the tracker, make sure we don't get a new mark of grace, and we didn't with this lap. And so I think I'm going to call that quits for the Canifist rooftop course. I realize it's better marks of grace, but I would prefer the higher experience per hour with the Falador course. But just kind of give an overview of the account so far. We are at, let's see, we've completed 14 combat tasks, and that'll put us with 14 more points needed to get the easy combat achievements done. With 28 collection logs, 109 achievement diaries completed, 55 quests so far. So still a long way to go on all of those. And looking at our total level, we are 918, with everything at least base 20 except for defense, which we're going to keep pretty low for quite some time. But I think that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you want to see more, please give me a comment, give me a like, and hit that subscribe button.